Hey, how you guys doing today? The other day, I was reading an article, or I shouldn't even say article. I was reading a comment about a person talking about how the World Economic Forum is going to push an idea that you're going to own nothing and be happy. And I wanted to talk about this because a lot of times people wish to, espouse ideas and beliefs regarding their economic and financial situation and believing that there is going to be this, one government, new world order, power that's going to enforce that. And the fact of the matter is, and a lot of people don't know this, but you are happy owning nothing and being happy. So what do I mean by this? Most people have a car yet willingly decide to get what? A car note. Most people have a house and they willingly get a what? A mortgage. Most people have a job and they don't have a dream profession. No, 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 no. They have a dream job and a dream position, sorry, that they themselves do not own. So what exactly am I getting at? You already conditioned yourself as well as society conditioning you to feel okay without owning anything and being happy with it. Now, if you think I'm incorrect, I want to ask this question. And these are for the people who, make a wage or salary. Doesn't matter if it's less than 10K, doesn't matter if it's more than $1 million. Why are you happy with the fact that you occupy a position that you don't own? Just straightforward question. Okay. Now, once again, I'm not here to downgrade anybody because they're an employee. Because at the end of the day, as I said before, you're going to need both employees, bosses, chiefs, what have you. Everything depends on other people in order to have success. But I'm asking you in particular, you're a person that believes that the World Economic Forum is going to push you to not own anything and be happy, but you already feel happy. What? Just having a job. Why is that? Because anyone could get rid of you at your job. If you don't own the business, which majority of people don't, and really most people don't want to engage in, then you're subject to lose your job, right? This reminded me a couple years back, there was a guy who did like, Colin Kaepernick because of his protests and, sitting on a knee, etc. And this particular gentleman, I believe he was from Colorado, he decided to stop, using Nike products because, it was a seller at his store. Now you're an employee, okay? You're doing your job well. You're doing things that you're supposed to do. A couple years later, the man becomes bankrupt. Why? Because he got rid of his best selling brand, which was Nike. Now, that guy who made that decision, he was a boss. Now, you, the employee, who's espousing that you're going to own nothing, be happy, you were happy with your job. But your job doesn't exist anymore. Why? Because the boss man decided that they're going to engage in a decision that will not only harm the business, but harm you as well, which you have no say over. Okay? You see what I mean? Number two, car notes. Okay. I've never had a car note in a day of my life, nor do I wish to have a car note in a day of my life. Okay. One thing I've learned recently is that Americans switch out their cars every 3 to 4 years. So you got people who never ever in their life want to just own one vehicle and just drive it year after year, decade after decade. They honestly want to switch their vehicle every 3 years. Okay. And they don't even buy from, used car lots and paying fully in cash. No, 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 no. What they do instead is they decide that they will go to a dealership, get the newest model, and after they get the newest model, what they will then proceed to do is they will try to purchase that vehicle, get a car note from the dealership, pay 20, 25, 30% interest, and just deal with that by, just paying off the interest, and they're paying down the principal. And now they're hooked. It doesn't even occur to them that they should buy that car product brand new. Why is that? Because they've already been conditioned. Okay. Now, the third one, and this is highly controversial, but I will admit that I'm going to fight against the grain. Okay. Mortgage. Um, a house is a consumable good similar to a car. Now, you might have people tell you, say, okay, well, you need shelter, Chris. You can't compare a house to, a car, vehicle, et cetera, et cetera. Well, here's the problem, right? Okay. I do agree it's shelter. But the problem is people don't just treat it as shelter. They want to treat it as an investment vehicle. So let me give you an example. When I purchase underwear, I do not have any belief of putting my underwear in the marketplace. If my underwear gets holes in them, if it starts to tear up, the fabric starts to weaken, etc., I'm just throwing it in the garbage. Okay. My food. Okay. If I purchase some food and I don't like the food, I'm just going to throw it away. I have no business having the food in the first place. It's just useless. There's just no reason to have it. That's just me. Okay. Now, here's another thing. If I get a mortgage, right? What am I doing? I'm doing a down payment. They're typically telling you to do what, 20 to 25%. Everyone has their percentages. And then you're going to be paying off on the interest as well as the principal. And how are you going to do that? Well, of course, you're going to do that with a job. Now, here's the problem. Okay. So you just recently done a down payment. Your job isn't ever going to pay you enough so that you could pay that off quickly. It's going to pay you just enough so that you could just come back. And two, and this is even more important, forget what I've just said earlier with, the job not paying you enough so you could just come back. What if you just get fired? What if you no longer have a job? And let's say the job that you get in the future, it doesn't even pay as well as the job that you had previously. Now you're messed up. Now you're screwed. But you don't understand that many of the job benefits that are given to you are really golden handcuffs. And if I want to even go as far as possible to explaining this, the very concept of you making a living from a job 9 to 5 weekends off is a golden, diamond encrusted, platinum engraved handcuffs to keep you down and keep you conditioned to feeling comfortable and get into the habit of doing things that you want to do. So you just make a living. Get a paycheck every 2 weeks is a solid wage of salary. And if you want a wage of salary, you don't just come out and do a side hustle or build a business on the side. No, what you do instead, okay, what you do instead is you decide that you're going to go out your way and you're going to do what? Ask for a raise. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to do the business because it's going to take years, and you weren't conditioned to do a business. You're just conditioned to become an employee. So that's basically my thoughts around this whole you will own nothing and be happy. The fact of the matter is, the majority of the populace does not own anything and are already happy. Thank you very much for visiting this video. If you like or dislike the video, leave a like or dislike, and please comment on the video and tell me how you feel about my commentary. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.